Annie Oakley was originally named Phoebe Moses. She was raised by helping her family survive by hunting and selling games or wild animals. Not long after learning how to shoot a rifle, she became a skilled sharpshooter. She soon won a shooting competition, even defeating her future husband, Frank Butler. After marrying, they joined Buffalo Bill's Western show, where she became known as Little Sure Shot by Chief Sitting Bull. After a tragic train crash injuring her back, her and her husband decided to stop traveling with the Wild West show and settled down in Cambridge, Maryland. She started to give lessons and demonstrated at the county fair and eventually wrote a book about her life called Powders I Have Used. Annie Oakley died in 1926 after her and her husband moved to Ohio to be closer to family. Calamity Jane was in Buffalo Bill's Wild West show as a sharpshooter riding upon a horse. Although nicknamed Calamity Jane, her given name was Martha Jane Canary, born in Missouri. After moving with her parents, she had many jobs, such as dishwasher, waitress, cook, and an ox team driver. It has been said that the love of her life was Wild Bill Hickok, whom she claimed was the father of her child, Jane. She ended her days in the Wild West show with Buffalo Bill and the rest of the cast. She was a brilliant sharpshooter who is also known for dressing like a man in her buckskin pants.
Or a cuter shooter than Calamity Jane. She could outstalk, outdraw, outride any man in Deadwood City, except Wild Bill Hickok.
Only with you killing off them Redskins so fast, I was wondering why the government even bothered to send the army.
You calling me a liar again?
Why don't you ever fix your hair?
What you just saw was a clip from Calamity Jane, the movie created in 1953. Helen Hunt Jackson was born in Massachusetts along with her two brothers, who died at birth, and her sister Anne. She attended a female seminary and then went to Abbott Institute's boarding school in New York, where she met Emily Dickinson and became lifelong friends. She is most famous for her book, A Century of Dishonor, which was published in 1881. It concentrated on the mistreatment of the Indians. Not only did her book get published, but she also sent every member of Congress a copy. It did not stop there, though. She is also known for her heated arguments with government officials for the injustices committed against the Indians. I'm about to show a reenactment of Helen Hunt Jackson. This is a video from YouTube.
And after hearing of the indecent treatment of the Indians, I decided to write of the indictment on the American Indian policy. And I put it in a documented book form called A Century of Dishonor. It was a bitter, slashing, murderous declamation, and I put a copy on the desk of every member of Congress, and it sent Washington on its ear. Quite literally, I was a holy terror. On the cover of each book, written in red, was a quote from Benjamin Franklin. "Look upon your hands. They are stained with the blood of your relations." Attacks upon my book were so severe, friends convinced me to take a trip abroad to escape the negative criticism. So I traveled to England and Scandinavia and Germany. I was known as William's globe-trotting wife. It was hard, being married to and loving the same man who was destroying the habitat of the Plains Indians with the railroad.